It's low key, and I say I am. That's the super facts. Short video. The right person will work it out with you. Today's topic. Divine love is not only enough, but it's everything. And what happens is so much power in that frequency of divine love. That's what the creator of this entire shit is. Or that's the highest form. You know, it's like if Goku maxed out his transformation. Like if you know, because we all know there's going to be a level after Ultra Instinct and whatever the fuck. But like when you max out your consciousness, that's divine love. Let's have a real conversation and discipline and spiritual discipline and all of that shit. And there's so much power in when two people come together and they're self-aware as fuck and they realize what this realm is. That's just pure power. And they say, listen, I got my flaws, you got your flaws. But instead of us running away from each other, we understand what we have here, and we're not going to accept failure. We're not going to accept any type of external demonic possession to fuck up our relationship or whatever the case may be. It's so much power. People don't even realize it. This the way that this realm is set up, this realm, it won't allow, like, bro, this realm cannot allow divine love to go viral. Let's have a real conversation. This realm can't allow it. That frequency would cure this world of all the fucking evil bullshit that they're constantly flooding our consciousness with. You know what I'm saying? If everybody did the work, you know, but everybody has to individually do the internal work, so as a whole, as a collective, we can reap the benefits. So the benefits will manifest in the physical for the collective, for all of us. But people, it's just a lot of people out here, they're fucking weak. They leave their doors wide open for demonic possession, low vibe. You know, they're being held hostage. Their spirit is being held hostage by low vibrational entities. There's other people. Yeah, there's other people out here. What's going on, Hurricane? There's other people. I was watching this thing on Instagram, and it's like, and this is what Paul talks about all the time. You meet people, and this is just social engineering now. You meet people, and it's all about them. You gotta change for them, and then when you do change for them, they don't want you no more. When you do, you know, when you do finally fall victim to the Stockholm syndrome, of being abused on every level by a person, and then you say, I give up, I'll just conform to, you know, the slave that you want me to be, then they dispose of you. Then they throw you away like a piece of trash that meant nothing to them. People never want to realize you have to change yourself. If you want happiness, or fuck happiness, if you want peace, you have to change yourself. You have to become, if you want peace, you have to become the best version of yourself in this realm, in this lifetime. Let's have a real conversation. And you're not going to be surrounded by divine love until you reach your potential. Let's just have a real conversation. A lot of people in our lives are just a fucking mirror. If you a rageful person, if you a hateful person, you're gonna attract a lot of, you gonna look to your left, look to your right. You're gonna have people around you that's filled with that same frequency. If you know what I'm saying. If you a overly emotional, overly sensitive person, right? You're gonna have a emo motherfucker right next to you. You gonna you know what I mean? You're gonna see a group of people that's just, yo, I was watching this shit. Yo, Instagram is crazy, man. It was this cartoon on Instagram, and it was like 3 people, and then like one dude was just like, he was always holding up a gun to his head. Like they would go out to the park, he had a gun to his head. They go to the circus or something, he'd be on a roller coaster with a gun to his head. They go out to eat, he eating with a gun to his head, and the meme was like, the caption was like, you know, how it feels to be around that one depressed person all the time. Like, god damn. You know, and it's facts, but people in the comment section was saying like, well, those people, you know, even though they are depressed and they are in that state, that's not permanent. And would you rather them person be left alone and they kill themselves, or would you rather, you know, bring them out with you, bring them outside? And, you know, that's what I try to do, because I've been there before. And what saved my life was being forced to be outside. I'm gonna be honest with you. What saved my life is being forced to be outside, being in the sun, constantly moving, being forced to interact with people, even though I hate people. You know what I mean? Being forced to stay busy. That's what saved me. You know what I mean? Because what happens is you just rot. You rot. Everything is energy. So you rot in that energy. When you in a negative ass fucking place, you just rot. And if you sensitive spiritually, you can start to feel, you know, the entities in that frequency. You can feel them, you know, eating off your life force. Let's have a real conversation. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, man. You know what I'm saying? So I pray for a lot of people. I pray for some of y'all in the chat, man. I pray for some of y'all. Y'all would never know it. But I pray for people I care about. And like I said, divine love is the highest frequency in this bitch. And it's not only enough, but it's everything. And if you with somebody and y'all locked in, you're gonna make sacrifices for each other. And that person not gonna let you. That person not gonna let you fail. And you're not gonna let that person fail, because that person isn't gonna allow themselves to fail. And you're not gonna allow yourself to fail. So you gotta meet somebody that's not gonna allow themselves to fail, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, whatever the fuck. You have to find somebody that's not going to allow themselves to fail. They're not gonna fail the source. You understand? We all on a mission. We all on some Book of Eli shit. Let's have a real conversation. You feel me? You know? So I pray for a lot of people, because I feel like prayer it's just energy. You're directing your energy. It's like, you know what I mean? A directed energy weapon. I'm harvesting my energy and I'm directing it at this motherfucker right here. You know? It's like it wasn't it do some shit like that? Bro, they did some shit like that on Dragon Ball Z. With the spirit bomb, everybody was giving their energy to this, and then even sometimes they would all crowd around Goku and give them his energy, and then he would heal back up. That's what I feel like prayer is, bro. You know, we don't do the religion shit over here, nothing like that. But that's what I feel like prayer is. It's a directed energy weapon. So I gotta go do this delivery. Hopefully they don't fucking yeah. It's as simple as that, man. Find somebody that's already been through this shit. Find somebody that's not gonna give up on themselves. Because if you could find somebody that refuses to give up on themselves, and you already that type of person, that's gonna be somebody that's worth investing your energy into. You got people out here that are addicted to their fucking, they crave, they have an insatiable appetite for chaos. Fuck them, bro. Get away from them people, man.